Hello Taurus, this is Turquoise Tarot. I'm going to be providing you with your general monthly reading for 16. I hope that if you like the video, you will like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like more information on private readings, I'm going to be posting a website in the information box below. So let me just take a moment here to shuffle the cards and focus on your energies for this month. Okay. First card we have is Eight of Pentacles, King of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Two of Wands, Ten of Swords, Nine of Cups, Knight of Cups, and the Strength card. Bottom of the deck, we have Eight of Cups. Let me see what messages I'm getting from the spread. Off the bat, the first message I get is you're working towards some new endeavor, whether it's in work or starting your own business. I feel like there's a lot of creativity linked to this new endeavor. It's something that is exciting for you. It's something that maybe you've thought about for quite some time. And initially, it's not going to go the way you plan. There's going to be maybe a few setbacks, or it's not all going to fall into place, okay? But in the end, I do see it being something that is beneficial for you. It is something that if you keep working at it, it's going to work out in your favor. I see that you are focused on security, stability this month. You're focused on money and bringing more money in. You're focused on your work, and you're trying to set some long-term plans and implement some new things. With the Eight of Pentacles here, we see that you're working diligently the beginning of the month, and I see you really trying to plan and analyze what it is that you want to do with your career, or if you're starting your own business, this is you working towards that, setting some long-term goals. This could be someone that's in your life. This could be a boss. I'm feeling like it's a boss, or it's someone that you're beginning a new creative endeavor with. This is the King of Swords. It can be an air sign, which is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. For general readings, though, I like to say to focus on the general characteristics of this king and see where it applies to you. This King of Swords is someone who is very logical, matter of fact. He's someone that doesn't stand for BS. He can be temperamental at times. He can be standoffish. He can come off as cold or calculating, but really he's a king that focuses on facts, and he makes his decisions in a very logical, mental way. He doesn't really rely on his emotions too much. He can be emotional, but he analyzes things and makes decisions based off facts and based off mental clarity. So he's a king that waits until he has all the facts to make a decision. This can be you in this reading, taking on this persona because you are starting a new adventure, you're starting a new business plan, or you're starting a new creative endeavor, and you're trying to be as rational and logical as possible without allowing too much emotion or pretense to affect your decisions. But this also, like I said, can be a boss that you might be dealing with, someone that seems very matter of fact and likes things a certain way. Okay. This Page of Pentacles and this Page of Wands, we have two messenger cards here. Okay. We can also see this as your energy for the month, as the Page of Pentacles represents an earth sign, so that would be you, Taurus. It could also be a Virgo. It can also be a Capricorn. But I'm feeling more like this is a message of you desiring financial security and stability, and you're beginning or embarking on this new endeavor because you are hopeful that this will bring in additional income, or it will be a new type of income. So it could be a new job, it could be you're looking for a promotion, but like I said, it can also be you starting a new creative endeavor, because I see this Page of Wands is also a messenger. If this is someone involved in your life, this would be a fire sign. This would be a Leo, a Sagittarius, or an Aries. But this page also talks about having just creative new adventures, or embarking on some new creative venture. He also speaks to having a lot of passion about something new that's coming into your life. So if it is a new job promotion or a new employer, or like I said, some new endeavor, you have a lot of passion and drive linked to this new beginning. And this is you right next to the Page of Wands. In the Two of Wands, we see this man. He's holding the globe. He's standing between these two wands, and he's overlooking this valley from a high balcony. And this is you trying to set some long-term goals, trying to see into the future and determine what would be best suited for you. Okay? Now, like I said, we have the Ten of Swords here. What this tells me is maybe initially you don't get that job promotion. Maybe initially that job doesn't come through for you. Okay? Or when you start to embark on this new creative endeavor, you have some setbacks. But I don't see this as being a permanent situation. I see you actually overcoming this, okay? So this is just a temporary space. It's just a temporary setback. I know this looks like a very scary card, but I really feel like here it's just telling you this will occur. However, be patient, because if you keep pursuing what it is you're pursuing, you are going to get what you want. This is the Wish card in the tarot deck. This is the Nine of Cups. And this man sits with a grin on his face, with all 9 cups sitting behind him. And he's got his arms crossed to say, see, I did it. You know, these are all cups and they're all filled, and I'm very happy and satisfied. So I see this being you. It can be towards the end of February. I have a feeling that this will run into the first 2 weeks of March as well. But this really is you getting what it is you desire, as long as you keep working at it. Okay, don't give up. I know when you have those setbacks, you're going to initially feel, disappointed, but keep working at it. Keep moving towards it. Another thing with this King of Swords, it could be saying that even though you have this emotional space where you feel stabbed in the back, or you feel like things aren't working out in your favor, put your emotions aside as best you can and focus on the energies of this King of Swords, because he doesn't give up. When he knows he wants something, he keeps working towards it. Focus on the facts, okay? After the Nine of Cups, we have the Knight of Cups. This also is an offer coming in, an emotional offer. So it's something that is going to spark your emotions. It's positive news. And I think this news plays into you requiring strength this month in order to move towards your goals. Okay? Because right underneath this 10 of Swords, we have the Strength card. So what this is saying is you will have the strength this month to overcome whatever this situation is. Okay? And like I said, this page can also speak to someone in your life, or that will be coming into your life, who is a fire sign, because we have the Leo card here as well, which is a fire sign. So it could very well be a Leo or a young Leo, since we have a page, and that's someone with a younger energy who comes in to assist you during this time. The overall energy being the 8 of Cups, I see this as, honestly, I see this as you needing to walk away from an old set of thinking, or an old way of thinking about something, okay? And when you do that, that's when you're going to come into this space of the 9 of Cups. You're needing to walk away from, I get this feeling like when things don't work out the way you want them to, you have this feeling of giving up, because it's just, for you, it was a big letdown, okay? However, you can choose to walk away, or you can choose to continue to work at it. And I feel that if you continue to work at it, you are going to get, again, what you desire, what you want. This reading, the whole spread, can also speak to someone who be in a situation where they're having trouble at work, okay? And it could be that this month they lose that job or they lose that employment. However, there's better news ahead. Someone's going to make a new job offer to you. We have the 9 of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So this is a new offer, a new opportunity coming in. And again, like that feeling of being worried about finances. But it looks like everything is going to work out in your favor to me. It's just going to require that you have the strength to get through it. And this energy, like I said, can carry into, I want to say, mid-March. I'm going to take my Vera Sevilla cards. These are Italian oracle cards, and I use them just to gain some insight and clarity on certain cards in the spread. The first card that I'd like to look at is this 10 of Swords. Maybe get a better idea of what this could be regarding. Again, this is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to everyone. The situation's not going to speak to everyone. But for those out there who it does speak for, I'm going to go ahead and see what this 10 of Swords situation could be implying. La Amante. I'll explain them in a minute. Belvedere. And Doctore. So on this 10 of Swords, it's not really saying what specifically has happened to create this situation, but what it is saying is that at first you're feeling very, I say, shy, timid, not sure how this is going to play out, but you do have some farsightedness and outlook on what could be coming in. And then we have the Doctore, which is a professional who always comes in to assist. So it could be that this situation is, new. It's a little scary. You feel a little timid. You feel a little anxious about it. Or if you're currently employed and you're worried about your job, this could be saying that, again, you're just kind of shy or timid, or you're not quite sure how to handle the situation. But it is saying here and I feel this is linked to the Strength card as well. You're going to have the farsightedness. You're going to have the ability to look out and see, okay, long term, what is going to be coming in for me, or how can I make this work for me? And you have somebody step in that is willing to help you and is a professional and understands the business or knows the business, or has connections that can help. Okay. I'm going to look at the Page of Pentacles. Disgrazia. This is like the Tower. It talks about disgrace, or it talks about, again, like with the Tower, things being shaken down to the foundations. Falsita. This is a lie. And this is the Prisoner. Okay. So I feel on this Page of Pentacles, because the page is like a new beginning, okay? It's always something new. So this new beginning come about because there's been something, a misfortunate event that took place, and it was due to a lie, or it was due to some sort of deception, and you felt trapped, you felt imprisoned, you felt like you weren't able to really speak for yourself or act for yourself in this situation. So it may be that because of that, you embark on this new beginning, or you're looking for some new employment. I'm going to look at the Page of Wands next. We have the House, Casa. Retrogrado, this is the letter writer, so that can speak to communication. Speranza, this is hope. Again, the page is all about new beginnings, new Page of Wands, new creative endeavors, passion. There's a matter that is close to home. You're receiving some communication, and it fills you with some hope. It fills you with a spark. Again, passion. Okay. This can also speak to where your heart is. Okay, so you may have been very passionate about something. You receive some communication, and it gives you some new hope in this situation. The last card that I really want to look at is this Eight of Cups as the overall energy for the reading, to get some more clarity and insight on that. Let's see what that may be saying. Sospiri, this is the longing. Morte, death. Consolete sorpresa, a pleasant surprise. So this can speak to someone who is leaving an employer and moving towards a new employer or a new creative endeavor. We have a longing. So you've been longing for this for a long time. Maybe you've been really thinking about starting this new business, or changing a job, or getting that promotion, and you've been really hoping and wishing for it. Okay, so in order to have this new beginning, you have to have an ending. And that's what this card Morte speaks of. There's going to be an ending to a situation that wasn't very pleasant for you. And this card speaks to a pleasant surprise. Again, we have the Nine of Cups here. So what this is saying is you are going to get a pleasant surprise. You are going to find that you do get that new employment. You do get that new job. Like I said, there's going to be a little bit of, difficulties maybe getting there, some stepping stones, but you're going to get there. And I feel like for this being a monthly, reading, really that short period of time when you're in doubt or you're questioning, it's going to be very short. It's going to be very brief. Maybe a day or two. And then you hear about this new job, or you have somebody, a friend or an acquaintance or someone tell you, oh, I know of an opportunity, or I know of a job, or I heard about this new opportunity, and it would be something that it would be very satisfying and fulfilling for you. You would be very, very happy with it. You'd be very passionate about it. So it's definitely looking like that would be a go for you. Well, I hope you enjoyed your monthly reading, Taurus. Have a fabulous February, and I will see you next month. Thank you. Bye.